Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony, Chris Webber. Hall of Fame sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And we're happy to have with us one of the great two-way players in the history of the game, Kevin Garnett. KG, welcome.
Man, thank you.
How's that headset feel? Feel pretty good?
Man, this is, hey, I never knew, Kev. It's a great fit, bro.
Not too bad,
is this mine?
Yeah, it's yours, and you look good in it.
Thank you, bro.
Tonight in Boston, a new chapter will be written in the long history of the rivalry between the Celtics and the New York Knicks. And there's certain to be some disappointment because of the injury to Jason Tatum. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Brad Stevens is one of the young...
All right, David. Kevin, you talk a lot about fashion, but also fundamentals. Who are some of the guys you faced that had great footwork that you admired and maybe even picked something up in terms of footwork after watching them play?
You know, footwork that jumps right out at me. Charles Barkley had really good footwork.
Interesting.
He was 6'4", undersized.
Yes.
He was able to use his body a lot. He was very physical. A lot of people don't know Charles Barkley had an unbelievable vertical. Yeah, Tim Duncan had really good feet also. Rasheed Wallace had really good feet work. Shaq, believe it or not, I didn't really guard a lot of Shaq, but Shaq had a really good feet. You know, you can really go through the whole catalog of guys. I'm thinking Zach Randolph because he was always opening up. Chris Bosh had really good feet.
Great names. And now the New York Knicks starters. Young out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's the natural. And there's Klay Thompson. Smart on the wing. Back to Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Celtics.
He's going to get it done all over the floor, outside, inside, mid-range. Irving's their man.
Young outside. Here, natural. Connects from three-point range. The natural's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And, guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Well, I wouldn't say that's his shot, but it's a shot he can make. And that really opens things up for the offense.
Brown kicks to Morris. Shot clock at 5. Smart against Thompson, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's the natural. He's covered by Brown. Cousins, the pass to the natural. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Amazing floor awareness from Cousins, skilled at spotting the open man.
The Celtics on offense. It's a 3-point game. Kevin, you think about having that killer instinct, that killer mentality. You go against a Kobe Bryant, he would tear your heart out. Listen, as you would his.
And you have to understand that we all recognize that about each other. Tim Duncan would be the same. Rasheed Wallace would be the same. I would think of Allen Iverson would be the same. Vince Carter would do the same. These are guys who, Trace McGrady, Chauncey Billups, these are all guys who kill a meal. These are all guys who don't care. And that's how it should be. That's
you can't be great unless you are, I don't think, can you?
I think you have to possess that killer instinct.
Jordan.
Man, listen, Michael Jordan was one of the darkest, seriously. Jordan could go into a place where he could go repetitive and he could go on talking to you. And the more he talked, I thought the better he got. And I thought the madder he got, the better he got. And the more upset and the more you didn't trap him, the more he was ticked off that you wasn't. Bro, there's a whole matrix to it. Like, seriously, this game is levels to it. And the ones that understand that have been in that understand what I'm talking about.
There's not a great player that hasn't been.
No, because they understand that moment. When you got there, when you in that moment, you're just riding the wave. You're just going to ride it. Great ones know what I'm talking about.
Pass to Thompson. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And Young, here we go. 5 to shoot. From 12 feet out. No good on that one. So the Celtics will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, on the road, you need as many contributors as you can find. The reserves definitely help fuel the win that time.
That one good for 2.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And Kevin, you think about all the individual accolades you won, the MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year award. Where does the title NBA champion rank on your personal list?
Being an NBA champion is everything. If I didn't win any of that individual stuff, I would be totally fine with just being an NBA champion.
Morris kicks to Irving. He feeds it to Horford. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And while Horford can space the floor, I like him getting inside and using his strength to force the issue.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first one falls.
And Horford, a pretty steady free throw shooter. I mean, he had a few down seasons, maybe due to those pectoral tears, but I'll tell you what, he's been right up there around 80%.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Some nice passing by New York here. Thompson against Smart. Thompson passes to the natural. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. That's 12 points for the natural.
And you see the recognition. Thompson, dependable at getting it to the open man.
Smart with the ball. Coming off a stellar performance against Detroit.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Look, the defender has to try to stay in Clay's jersey, especially on the catch and shoot.
Right side, Irving. And that one is good. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
And Kevin, terrific footwork. So critical for an elite big man to be great. It's like you can't be that big and that good and not have good footwork,
Well,
right?
you know what? Part of being that good is that you have, good footwork.
Yes.
A lot of the counters, a lot of the post work, you're opening up. You having to use the backboard. That's a certain way you got to open up to be able to get that shot off. If you're left-handed, you got to be able to do it both ways. It's very complex, but footwork is a big part of it. You have to have it. It's impeccable, and the ones that don't have the struggle.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. To the middle. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Hits the moving target with the lead pass. He made it look so easy.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Celtics. Trailing by 2. Horford with it. He's picked up by Cousins. Irving dishes to Brown. He kicks it to Smart. Morris outside. 6 to shoot. Brown the pass to Smart. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For New York, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. The shot's good from the natural.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. You look at the natural. He's been playing really well.
Oh, he's tearing in the shreds, and I'm sure the only thing they're talking about in this timeout is what to do about him.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics.
And here we can check the story out on Terry Rozier, how he performed last season. Averaged 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
And he gets it back. And here's Bazemore. Over Smith. Busted. No good that time either. The Knicks leading by 4. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
And the shot is good from the natural.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Rozier. And the type of leader you are, Kevin, the idea of coaching must have crossed your mind at some time. Am I right or no?
Oh, no. Listen, I like to think.
Too much?
You know what? You have to have a certain patience with coaching. I like to think of myself as a teacher. I like to think of myself as being able to articulate certain things about the game, having a high IQ, being able to translate that from, how I'm thinking to showing you. Those are the things that enthusiastic about, some of the stuff I want to show. I don't have any enthusiasm about being out here, X's and O's, drawing up a play. That, man, being a coach is a huge responsibility.
And if they couldn't match your intensity, I'm sure that would frustrate you as a coach, right?
You have to understand that not matching my intensity, but getting a goal done. How you go about something is your way. As long as we're here to reach the same goal.
Yes.
I can't tell you how hard to do something. But I will hope that you would do it hard enough to where it was preventative or however hard it took to reach the goal. And, I've always said that if I'm able to teach someone and get them to work with me, I would hope that they would put some velocity in it in the hopes in which I win at it. That's the only way you got to go at it.
Well said.
He keeps battling, but so far this quarter, he hasn't been able to get it going. And that's already his second foul. He may have to spend some time on the bench to stay out of early foul trouble.
Smith outside, knocks it loose, and stolen by Bazemore. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Boston again missing.
I'm sure he'd say to himself, no excuse for missing that shot, even when it's such a clean.
No good from the natural.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Rozier. Nice ball movement by Boston. Bazemore passes to Baxter. Can they get it? A rebound by the natural. The Knicks leading by 8. 1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Smith. Down low. And stolen by Bazemore. And a fast break now for the Celtics. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Nails the corner three.
Oh, beautiful looking three ball from Rozier, really expanding his range.
Smith finds Robinson. No good that time, and it's Boston the other way. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, and we'll see what, or if anything has changed this year. Maybe it's still a matchup of the haves and have-nots, or maybe the playing field's a little more even.
And it's Smith penetrating. Shoots over Bazemore. Smith, no luck.
He gets the shot he was looking for, and he just can't bury it.
Rozier kicks to Hayward. Can't drop it in from the right block. The Knicks with the lead. Inside, Smith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And have to be very careful when you're on Smith Jr. He doesn't back down from the contact.
The Knicks have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Bazemore misses.
Well, I'm sure he thought that was good when it left his fingertips. As a matter of fact, I know he did.
Here's the natural, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Can't leave anyone uncovered around Ntilikina. He is so adept at exploiting situations like that.
And so it's New York with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And guys, what's taking the Knicks so far?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Always a good strategy. Get as many people involved as you can early on.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Wiley. Dennis Smith is out there with the natural. Then it's Robinson, and it's Ntilikina in at the 3 spot. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, the natural in the last outing against the Wizards put on a show. He scored 35 points, and there really wasn't much you could do to stop him. He shot it efficiently from both the floor and the foul line. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
Yeah, he was special. The biggest challenge for him tonight is that the defense will be ready for him. They saw what he did in the last game, just like the rest of them.
Kevin, it's not enough that you've got to manage a career, which demands so much time and so much your mental and physical being. Then managing a marriage, managing having a family while you're playing. That's a balancing act that not a lot of guys can pull off, but you have.
No, you have a professional life and then you have a personal life. I like to think that basketball is obviously my profession. I love to play. It has a business component to it that you got to obviously get some attention to. But then, when it comes to being personal, your family, your friends, you have to separate the two. I would learn very early in my early career that never bring basketball home, leave it on the court. One of the things I struggled with was losing and being able to leave it on the court.
That would have been tough. For you in particular.
No, I'm just telling you, my first 5-6 years, I can honestly say, I've lost relationships in the fact that I couldn't leave certain things on the floor.
Right.
I wasn't really good with that as a young man, and it cost me some cool relationships. But I like to think that I learned from that. I like to think that I've applied the things that I've learned, and I was able to separate the two, which is very important. Got to have a distinction between the two.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
So both teams changing it up here. For New York, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
Irvin is just so confident at handling the rock, and why shouldn't he be? His moves are untouchable.
Here's Ntilikina, still looking for his first bucket in this one. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Cousins. Last season, he played outstanding. 8th in rebounding, 9th in scoring. And he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
He was a top 10 rebounder last season for good reason. He's an incredibly intense guy to compete with. And for a full game, too. I mean, just nonstop.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Ntilikina passes to Cousins. Knicks working now with a fresh shot clock. Stolen by Smart.
God damn it.
It's Irving, top of the key. Kevin, we know the big markets offer more opportunities than just basketball. Does that make it impossible for small market teams, you think, to compete?
I think that as long as you have dollars in the market, yes, you can be competitive. I think that your GMs have to actually put forth some work and put forth teams. You got to find what groups of guys work together and then go out and try to foresee that. I think in a game where you're dealing with cash and you're dealing with being able to have ability to sign and trade players in this league, I think that you can make a competitive roster. There's no mishaps on
There's
what
enough
you can
money
do.
around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And player movement is more than ever now. Players are not doing 5 to 6 year deals no more. Players are doing 2 years.
Yes.
So yeah, you can definitely make a competitive roster.
And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They've led by as much as 10.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Horford. The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The free throw drops for Cousins.
Now, what makes Cousins successful? You have to be willing to challenge people night in and night out at both ends on the floor.
Good on both.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Celtics trail by 5. 14 feet away, and he hits the jump shot. That's 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
And the feel Irving has for the mid-range game, effective at working this area of the court.
Now, here is Young, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What can you say? The natural and impressive effort here today.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
Down low, it's Morris and Horford. Smart and Brown outside on the wings, and it's Irving at the point. It's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Brown kicks to Irving. Clock at 4. Knocked loose. That one off the back iron and out. New York's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Riggs, good, and it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got 4 assists in the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Wasted no time on that one. 16 points for Kyrie Irving.
Lighting up the scoreboard all night. I mean, Irving's showing the versatility and his persistence.
Riggs. Yep, that one goes in there.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
And it's Irving with the ball for the Boston Celtics. 4-point game. 90 seconds now into the second half. And it's blocked. Cousins, the pass to the natural. Back to Cousins. Riggs, covered by Irving. And the pass to the natural. There's the triple. Hits it from 3-point range. And it's a 7-point Knicks lead.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Irving finds Morris. Smart on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. And it's Brown missing.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
To the inside. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. And if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. The Knicks have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. The first free throw is good. So he gets them both.
He's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Irving surveying the floor. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Good on the three-point shot. Horford's got 11 points.
Are you kidding me with that pass? Okay, Kyrie. That one made my day.
Riggs. He's covered by Brown. Young with no one around. Buries the long-range jumper. He has 7.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Irving. The kick out to Brown. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they continue to control the glass.
Riggs. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for the Celtics.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
Irving kicks to Horford. The dish now to Brown. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Horford. He's got 11. Nice ball movement by Boston. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. Young outside. Pass to the natural. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Here's the natural. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. The natural's got 5 points in the quarter. Celtics trail by 13. Irving passes to Horford. Kicks it to Morris. On the wing, Brown. To halt the run. That shot no good. The Knicks go the other way with it.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. And they have come out of halftime in fuego.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Horford dishes to Irving. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Knicks leading by 16. Thompson in the corner to the middle. Riggs. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. He's got 15.
Strange game for him. Barely made any noise in the first half, and here in the second, he's been everywhere.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about is the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. He's coming off an excellent season. 6th in three-point field goal percentage, 8th in scoring, and of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from 3 last year, top 10 in the league, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when he gets it going.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole.
New York's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Here's Smith, and there's another one for the Knicks.
Working on his interior game, Smith Jr. is very aware he has what it takes to score from there.
Irving against Smith. From 13, and the shot is long.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Count it. And the Knicks lead by 20.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Bazemore. D right on him. Here's Horford. Offline with his 3. Trying his luck deep. And Kent Bazemore with the 3. Bazemore's got 9 points. Here's Smith. He has 7. Outside Robinson. No good. Good work defensively by Horford. Irving finds Bazemore. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. It's good from long range. 8 points for him.
The green light doesn't get any brighter than it is for Thompson. I mean, when the 3 is there for him, he'll take it.
Irving passes to Bazemore. Takes it from 10, and he hits the jump shot.
Oh, my, I didn't know he had the crossover in his bag of tricks. Now, I've seen it all.
Here's Smith. Right through the D for the layup. Smith's got 4 this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the Natural's going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Terry Rozier's checked in for Al Horford. Hayward outside. Irving against Smith. Irving kicks it to Bazemore. To the paint. Here's Baxter. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Dotson. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Dotson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of Smith. Solid at running the offense and finding his teammates who are open.
To the inside. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Smith on the wing. And the 3 off target.
Look, they cannot leave him open like that. The D got away with one there.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Celtics have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team. So you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
A free throw drops for Bazemore. Celtics making a switch here. Tice is checked in. Wiley is checked in for New York. And so Bazemore nails both of them. 1:14 left in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Knox. Here's the natural. Here's Dotson. Passes it to Knox. 5 on the clock. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Knox has got 9.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Tice passes to Rozier. Now Bazemore. 13 points in the game. 14 feet away. The rebound by the Natural. The Natural's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Nice shot by Smith.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Rozier against Smith. Hayward outside. This one for 3. That one doesn't drop. And so it's the New York Knicks cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Ntilikina out there with Knox. Then it's the Natural. Then it's Smith. And it's Wiley in at the 5 down low. Baxter passes to Hayward. It's tipped. They get it back. And the basket is good. Smith with it. The pass to Ntilikina. Here's the Natural. He's covered by Bazemore. Here's Wiley. And it's blocked. And he's able to get it back. Count that one. Here's Rozier. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Timeout. Start it.
Some changes for Boston. Morris is checked in for Daniel Tice. Jaylen Brown comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Smart subbed in for Kent Bazemore. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Young's checked in. Brown feeling it out a bit. With the shot. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Give him that shot again. He'll probably hit it. That's a good look.
Here's Young. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Smart with the ball. Now guarded by the Natural. Outside, Smart. And here is Rozier. Over Young. And it's Rozier missing.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor. And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantage they hold in this game.
Now, here is Morris. He's tightly guarded from the line. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Pass to the Natural. Some nice passing by New York here to the paint. Yep, it counts. The Natural's got 4 this quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Celtics have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. On the wing, Brown. Pass to Baxter. Trying to end the drought. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Too many inches being given up in that matchup. I mean, he's got no chance of putting a stop to that layup.
Smith the pass to the natural. Rozier against Smith. Out to the right wing. Here's Ntilikina. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Smart. It's Brown with the drive. It's good.
Oh, you gotta love the explosiveness. Brown just eating up any lane to the basket he sees.
Smith against Rozier. Smith the pass to the natural. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 5th assist in this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The pass to Baxter. Morris outside. Pass to Rozier. It's deflected. Here's Ntilikina. Guarded by Smart. Offensive rebound. Ntilikina gets the bucket.
No question that Ntilikina is athletic. I love seeing him use it to gobble up those second chance opportunities.
Smart passes to Baxter. Brown outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Thaddeus Young.
Oh, Brown is just fearless, Kevin. I mean, especially when it comes to going right into the contact.
At the line, Jaylen Brown will be at the line shooting 2.
That free throw good from Brown.
Yeah, and Brown is just an exceptional player. Really love whenever he shows.
And that one misses.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Irving kicks to Tice. Now here is Irving. Defense is right there. Now here's Bazemore. Pass to Tice. Hayward on the wing. Again, the miss by the Celtics. New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Got it. Nice one there from the natural.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
To the wing right side. To 3. Bangs home the trifecta. The Naturals got 41.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
Hayward kicks to Tice. Passes it to Bazemore. Morris right side. Count it. Good.
When Morris gets free from mid-range, he's very effective. Love seeing him getting it going from there.
New York with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Ntilikina passes to the natural. Bazemore grabs the miss.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Irving with it. Robinson picks him up. No good from Irving.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout. a dominating performance for the Knicks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the Natural.
He had those defenders shaking their heads. There were times when they thought they had a handle on him, and then just like that, he'd go off on another tear.
The shot and game clock separated by 4, and a little luck that time, but it drops. The Naturals got 43 points.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
And stolen by Hayward. So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.